The D-backs at home, they just got rolled over by the Colorado Rockies.
And the former general manager to the Tucson Padres made a special trip to El Paso. News 4 Tucson's Paul Cicala with your morning sports report.
Do I wish this could have happened? Of course I wish this could happen. But to be real, we had our chance in Tucson. It didn't work out, and thus our loss is El Paso's gain.
That was Tucson Padres general manager Mike Fader, who woke up in Texas today after being there for the opening of the brand new stadium in downtown El Paso. Good morning to you. I'm Paul Cicala. I will have more in a bit on what could have been in Tucson had a downtown ballpark been built like the one that was opened last night in a southwestern town with similar size and demographics as we find right here in Tucson. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. But first, let's begin it with some NBA playoff action from last night. The Pacers trying to prove to the world that they deserve that #1 seed, but the Hawks would rise to the occasion again. On to the second quarter we go, and Atlanta goes off, especially that man, Mike Scott, who was heating up straight caliente. Get this, he had hit 4 3-pointers in a row. The Pacers trailed by 30 and just could not get over the hump. Atlanta wins 107-97 and takes a 3-2 lead in the series. In baseball, the Arizona Diamondbacks were at home going up against the Colorado Rockies last night. They came into the day with just 2 victories in 15 games at home, but don't tell that to Gerardo Parra, who says, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Look at that ball go. That homer would tie things up 1-1, so, hey, give me a high five, buddy. You got it, but he won't give you a win as Colorado comes out on top, 8-5. Meanwhile, just east of Tucson, down Interstate 10, it was an historical night for the AAA baseball team for the San Diego Padres. The El Paso Chihuahuas, who suited up in the old Pueblo as the Tucson Padres the last few years, played their first game in the new state-of-the-art downtown stadium. When everything is said and done, over $70 million will have gone into this stadium in the heart of downtown El Paso. It was a sellout crowd, nearly 10,000 fans last night, and former Tucson AAA GM Mike Fader is now a consultant for the AAA team from the San Diego Padres organization, and he was a special invite at the opening of the new ballpark. You're about to hear Mike Fader in El Paso chatting about what could have been had Tucson built a downtown stadium like this one, starting with Keno Stadium.
I think the location has been excellent for spring training, but as far as the AAA team goes, it's perceived, and not always true, it's perceived as being out of town. And when you're perceived as being out of town, people feel it's too far, and that's tragic. I never could convince people that really wasn't a true statement. I love Tucson, I live in Tucson, but this couldn't have happened in Tucson. I mean, the magnificence of the stadium is unbelievable.
Meanwhile, we are still over 4 months away from the high school football season, and News 4's Friday Football Fever taking over your TV sets every week. But it's also never too early to talk spring drills and prep football. Yesterday evening at CDO's practice, the Dorado players got some very special visitors right beforehand. 2 athletes that know about winning from a Team USA Olympic perspective. Coach Frank Bush, the national team director for USA Swimming, and Olympic medalist Lacey Niemeyer. CDO kids got a lesson on building team character. CDO hoping to make some headlines once again on the Friday Football Fever. Good pep talk always helps. That's it for now. I'm Paul Cicala for News 4 Sports Tucson. Have a